renewal. One demolition permit, which was one of these trailers, and the mobile home parks. There will be a couple more coming next month. 2 riverman permits, 21 certificates, which, so that's only 2 certificates of occupancy. That's a typo. It's supposed to be 21 certificates of compliance were issued. 19 violations.
Does anyone have any other questions for Dan?
Yeah, Dan, when they do a demolition, what is that consist of?
Basically, just give me the information of whatever the building may be, whether it's a barn, a shed, or, an old carriage house, or in this case, a mobile home. I need to know square footage. Homes are pretty simple. So basically just square footage. I go out, verify, make sure that everything is connected, turned off, that the utilities companies are there. Because they just have the company come pull it out.
No, more site survey. Like a site survey. Taking out, they're not demolished in that site. More, they're taking out.
Yep.
Thank you, Dan. DPW.
Okay. I just want to thank my crew for the job well done while on vacation at the end of September. They did everything I asked, and I'm sure more. The sign, one thing I forgot to put in the report that I sent you guys, the sign for Sid, our Sid, and the backstop. We will be taking that down for the winter, so it doesn't get during the winter. So we display that before ball season next year. The skate park was sealed, the concrete sealer. The dog park and the bridge murals were sealed. Main Street lights were repaired. Installed new electric line and venting for the fire department's new clothes dryer. Assisted Shelby on a couple of water leaks that they had. Planted a tree in State Street Park from the Seneca Chief. Leaf pickup will probably start around the 1st of November. We'll probably do brush and leaf pickup, the first round of leaf pickup that week. We had a water main break on a 10-inch water main on Locust on 10/6. We tapped the new water, 2-inch water service. One of the leaks that was on the leak survey done by ground penetrating radar on a plane, find out that it was an old abandoned water service that was leaking. We re-abandoned that, fixed that leak. We have some sidewalks that have been taken out and reformed. Wait for another good day and schedule some concrete to get those poured back in. Another thing for you guys to discuss about the installation of the new water meter at the hospital. That was done on 10/14. Tomorrow will be a week of the new water meter being installed. I'm going to compare what the difference is from the old meter to the new meter to see how much better the new one is capturing the water over there. We did a new water service from the main to the curb stop on North Academy for a resident service into the house. We are required by the and with our new lead and copper rules, we have to have 40 residents do lead testing in their house, and we have compiled a list of some areas that we may have some concern of, and just random residents, if they're willing to do the lead testing, it's not going to cost them anything, if it's going to cost the village to do the testing required by the health department. So if you get one of these letters. If you have any questions, you talk to the office and then we did some major work in that needed to be done on the back trucks and new tubes that needed to be replaced that were rotted through. That's working a lot better. For backing, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the volunteer group that did the painting on the hydrants downtown. They were excellent. Eventually we can get the rest of them done because it really makes a difference. I pay attention to that stuff, so they look really good. This past week, we had some faults on the pumps at the Craigback lift station. Clean that up and resolve those problems at that lift station, and then we found a tripped pump at the Ricky Place lift station. Is out for repair.
Jason, did you have the test off of the meter?
Not yet, I haven't.
And forgive me, I didn't see the bill, but I didn't see the report. Did we spend anything additional on pumper truck? You said that we did some more repairs.
That was just our that came in.
Oh, okay, so we're just finishing that.
Yeah.
And then
One was on each Shelby and one was on 63. Yes, yeah, we just sustained that.
Does anyone else have anything for Jason?
So we got the report of the weeks.
Yes,
Yeah, so was one of them I heard was 114 Frank Street, is that the one you just were talking
yes,
about?
yeah, that's correct.
And then what about,
I haven't done any set of the other ones yet.
okay,
Obviously other things came up. I planned on doing them last week, but things come up, so we haven't got to any of the other ones yet.
okay. The one on top was,
The Headley West Ave can be pilot and tracking and stuff. So I plan to get they to do that. So that's one of the major ones. Yes, well, other still pieces.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Jada?
Just wanted to report on the interest in your general fund. You earned $40,007.82. Water fund, $15,675.80. And sewer fund, $3,792.82.
3,000 what? I'm sorry.
$792.02.
Does anyone have anything for Jada? Thank you, Jada. Okay, I will now open up our second public comment period. I didn't grab the sign-in sheet. Thank you very much. Oops, that was first. Nothing on it? Okay, Brian Hellner, I had you on the first public comment period.
Yeah, I just had a kind of a safety concern. There was another accident on the corner of Center Street, and it's a very busy intersection. Somebody's there, and motorcycle and car. So I'm wondering if a sign can be put in, seen across the state, where basically it says cross traffic does not stop, and that may eliminate a lot of this issue of east, west, north, south, something simple. I've seen a lot of these pop up lately, you know, I put these vertical stripes on the sign so you can see it, but I think that might eliminate, and I know also there was a Center Street, and I think it was last earlier this year. But there's a lot of accidents on Prospect and Center. So I would just kind of bring it to the board's attention, that maybe they can do something with that situation.
Is that a possibility, Jason? You can look into that. That would be good. Well, a few years ago, we put no parking because you couldn't see. We extended the no parking on that corner, just for safety reasons, but obviously things are still happening there. So Jason will look into that.
That helped a lot with the no parking.
It did.
Jason, in addition to that, do we have any like children at play signs? I had a request for a similar area. I think it was Prospect and Alley back there. Somebody asked me recently for children at play signs. I think the other side of Prospect, is there an alley on that side? Yeah, I think it was the other side, maybe Walsh Alley.
Yeah, Walsh Valley is between West and
Okay,
Rollins.
okay. Yeah, I think that's where they were saying that they were concerned about people not looking out the alley.
If we don't have,
Okay,
it'd just be better. You guys.
okay. Thanks for letting me jump on your coattails there.
So what do we usually do, like a children at play sign? Because I'm sure they could be, people would want them all over the village.
Sure, yeah.
So is there a process? Does anyone know? Is there usually a process that we have?
I don't. I'm sure it's, I don't know.
Okay, we'll ask Matt.
Okay, I'll send them an email.
Thank you. Okay,
That, piggyback on that, where's everything at with the no parking sign?
On Ohio? Yes. So Jason,
I just gotta get the measurements to the attorney, so we can change all of this and get that done.
so we're doing Ohio Street. I reached out to all of our department heads to see if there were any other areas in the village so that we could do them all at once. And our fire chief mentioned East Oak Orchard Street, needing some no parking signs on a section of that, and Jason's looking into that. The one that I suggested on a corner, the police chief didn't think that was as important. So right now we just have two areas, just Ohio Street all the way down and East Oak Orchard Street. So he's getting the measurements to the attorney. The attorney will write up the resolution. We'll have to hold a public hearing, and there's a process because that goes. It has to be reported to the state where we have the no parking signs. So we are working on it.
Any idea when
Jason,
I'll have this meeting, so we can Mac and have it all done.
Then we could do the we could set the public hearing for the end of. Okay.
so we can schedule the public hearing for the end of November.
Yeah.
Do you have to have the verbiage for the law?
Matt said that he could do it up if he just had some time.
Okay,
And because I asked him, because I was waiting for Jason to get the measurements. And so we could either have the public hearing and the vote at the business meeting on November 24th, or we could go into December. We only have one meeting then on December 15th.
I'm good with the 24th.
Okay, so
24th gives you plenty of time, Jason?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do all of that.
okay. So we will need a motion to schedule a public hearing for November 24th at 6:05 to address additional no parking signs in the village. Is there a motion?
No, so moved.
Okay, by Marciano. Is there a second? Second. By Padelewski. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
What about the sinkhole by the bridge? When
Yes.
are they gonna work on that?
Permit just went in last week to finalize it. I told them that I would like to start that when the canal got empty. It's gonna be easier once the canal. So, as long as all the permitting comes back approved, we'll be ready to go when the water goes out mid-November, hopefully.
I'm told there's a family of raccoons in there now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you know, it's raining.
Okay. Is there any comments from the board? Deb?
Yeah, I had a couple of things I wanted to bring up. The Friends of Boxwood, is doing ghost stories at the chapel. Sunday or Saturday, October 25th, it's $10 a person. There's two different, seatings. The Friends of Boxwood are doing a great job, raising money for, things in the cemetery. The Boxwood Walk at Night was really great this year. The other thing I wanted to mention was, where are we on the police sergeant list? Is that expiring or?
The police sergeant list, I do not know if it's expiring.
I was hoping Christian would be here so we could.
You can email him and ask.
Okay, yeah, because I guess the one sergeant we have is now on first shift, so now there's no sergeant on second or third, so I feel like we need to move on that. The other thing, I just wanted to give the board a little bit of an update on the FOIL request that was submitted to the clerk on September 15th by the First District Vice President of the New York State Professional Firefighters on behalf of the Medina Professional Firefighters. FOIL requests are fairly common, and the clerk has to respond and fulfill these quite frequently. And I apologize that the clerk had to spend her already compromised time on this particular request. There were 3 items listed on this particular request, and 2 of them concerned any emails between myself and the EMS office and any fire districts or fire chiefs concerning the fire department or EMS. And the other one was requesting emails between myself and any other board members concerning the fire department and EMS. I'm okay with all that. I'm an open book. Whatever you want, you can have it. The third item was a little curious for me, an electronic or written communication from a retired firefighter regarding an incident that occurred at Tapped on Main on February 24th, 2025. This was a mystery to me. I knew of a conversation between my husband and a firefighter that he was friends with. He had done work for him at that time and place. I was questioned about this conversation a few months ago by some of our firefighter union members. It was discussed at the time, and I assumed it was no big deal. Well, after the request was circulated for submission, it got back to me that the retired firefighter had filed a statement with the mayor regarding this conversation. I was totally confused since this conversation did not involve me. I was not even there. I was told that the mayor demanded that this firefighter file a written complaint. I had a meeting with the mayor since I was gravely concerned that she would not choose to inform me of a written complaint. She neglected to tell me that my name was not mentioned in the complaint, but rather informed me that things my husband says are a reflection on me. She denied demanding the firefighter file this complaint and had no explanation for why I was not previously informed of this complaint. I said that I was disappointed that she chose not to share this with me, yet the firefighters union obviously knew it existed since they were requesting a copy of it in the FOIL request. She responded that of course they knew, they all signed it as witnesses. Well, I received it and there's not a single signature on it. My name is not mentioned in this complaint. This complaint or incident report is a description of a conversation between a firefighter and a taxpayer, as recalled by the firefighter. I'm concerned that the mayor, if not requesting this, would agree to file such a statement regarding a conversation with a taxpayer. Maybe because this taxpayer was my husband. And why would the fire union even be interested in this? My husband and I, regardless of my position on this board, are both taxpayers for 3 different properties in this village and are entitled to an opinion regarding this fire department. I've tried to be open and fair since day one. I do not play games. My husband has been vocal about all of the taxes that we pay. While we may not agree on everything, we do agree that it's becoming unsustainable to live here when all of our expendable income has gone to paying taxes. And when he says we in a conversation, he is not referring to him and I. He is referring to we as in every other taxpayer in this village who is tired of paying too much. I did not run for this office to have a fun hobby in retirement. I was hoping to contribute some of my experience in village government and its fiscal affairs and to try and save taxpayers some money. I did not expect that everyone would not be on that same page, and I certainly did not expect to be constantly fielding the mayor's shenanigans. Thank you.
So Deb, I just want to say that the statement that you just read is not completely accurate. And what you've just said in a public meeting, you have basically put slander. You have just done this to me personally, and all those statements are not true. And I don't appreciate that. And I am not even going to respond to that because that is inaccurate, what you're saying. Jess, do you have anything?
No.
Mark?
That whole thing is a surprise to me.
Can you speak a little louder?
That whole thing, I did see the posting of that. I wasn't aware of. That's what the foil was for. I don't know where your husband's would be part of any of that. That,
It's right here.
that'd be the same, that would be the same, my sister made a statement or this or that I would be part of any of that. Kind of disappointed that your husband, sorry that happened. That, anything like that, I believe our office should have, disclosed that to you. If, somebody made a statement about your family or whatever, that you weren't aware of that. Kind of disappointed. That's all I have.
Scott?
I think that us as a board just need to do better. If there's a complaint to me, bring it to me, because there's a, solution to every problem. I don't know, I wouldn't want somebody writing a complaint about me and me not even being aware of it. Might be one out there. So,
Okay, with that being said, we need to go into an executive session to discuss financial history of a particular person in the fire department. Also a matter leading to promotion of a person in the police department, and a matter regarding proposed litigation requiring attorney advice that I received earlier today from the attorney that I would like to pass on to the board. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
They don't want to stay? I
Second. Okay, by Padelowski, all in favor?
don't want to stay either.
Opposed? Carried.
Yeah.